This is AM 970. WSTX.
All right. Reflections, WSTX AM 970. Our subject right now, can we segue here into the Guavaberry Festival coming up? And there's something else going on later in December where the Stanley Award is
going to... The Stanley Awards is on December 4th, yes.
Yeah, we're going to come to that in a little bit. Yeah, okay. But right now we're talking Guavaberry. So we're talking about where? We're talking about Fort Frederick. Okay, come on out. When? 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. They give you plenty of time to sample, enjoy the music, commune with everybody, and just have a great time. We got somebody online here. Good morning, Carla. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you today, Doug?
Good. All right. I got the stuff you sent me, but I got you now on the line. That's even better.
Oh, okay, great. This is Doc Peterson, and I wasn't sure if you had gotten my communications, but...
yeah, man, that's our next move. We're going to segue from one to the other and everything. But if you want to go ahead and stick a little bit in here, because we're talking about Stanley and the Stanley Award, and of course, the Guavaberry is going to go up to the penultimate performance by 10 Sleepless Nights. But they don't stop there.
Yeah.
They don't stop there.
Yeah, this Saturday, the 28th, they're having the Guavaberry Festival and Contest at the Fort Frederick. It's a fundraiser, you know, Stanley, the band, the 10 Sleepless Nights, give out scholarships to students, and then they buy instruments and things like that when they could afford it. And also, they donate a lot to the senior citizen as far as playing music, and then of course you can't mention Christmas without mentioning Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights. So what they've decided to do is to have a fundraiser this Saturday, the Guavaberry Festival, and they're going to have a contest. It starts at noon, 12 o'clock, and it goes until about 10 at night, and they have quite a bit of entertainment. I don't know the exact specifics, but I know I'm a judge.
I could help you with that one. Okay, we have a new mind, body, and soul. We frightened Darby because he thinking we were resurrecting. But we have a new mind, body, and soul. We got Renaissance Band, and we got, of course, 10 Sleepless Nights. But we got a special performance coming in because our young people putting it together and making sure, hey, I can't leave, we out.
Right,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's the name of that band?
The new band coming out is Sweet Pepper Band. Sweet Pepper Quilby.
Yeah.
SPQ.
Sweet Pepper Band, because it's the young people that have been through between Darby and Valrica and Pal. We got these young people that are stepping up to the plate. So they said, make room for us.
Fantastic. And that's the attitude. And you know, that attitude emanates from people like Stanley and the other members of the 10 Sleepless Night and Valrica and Derby and all these people that contribute and give their time tirelessly to these youngsters in the community. And, of course, you have all the other steel band activities and things like that. But I think what they're doing is fantastic, and we're not ready to talk about it yet, but we're trying to establish an exchange program where some of these students will go abroad and be able to study for extended period of time in music. So that's that's one of the things that TSK, 10 Sleepless Nights, is working on. So Valrica, you're a big part of that.
Yes, yes, for sure. And the great thing is that the young lady that is putting Sweet Pepper Quilby Band together, she is a recipient of the Stanley, the 10 Sleepless Nights. She went to Howard University. Yes, she got a scholarship, and she is now back putting together a Quilby Band. and she played with the Quilby Band at the St. Croix Educational Complex. And many of the members that are now in the Sweet Pepper Band have also come from the St. Croix Educational Complex Quilby ambassadors. So
oh my Lord!
They're putting this back.
When you plant a tree, how it'll bear fruit eventually.
Yes. It's the same thing Dougie was saying. You know, you plant that fruit, and I hear telling Darby that I need one of his I need to introduce him to Sasha because she's looking for a banjo player. You know, we want to get a young banjo player going with the group. So we pulling Darby in, and this one to get one of his super banjo players.
Yes, I got some of them.
That is so great. And then, of course, Darby had been working with those children endlessly for years. And then, of course, Calypso Inc. You know, the thing about it is that you can't, there's no Christmas like a Crucian Christmas fiesta, festival, carnival time.
That's right.
You have all the little cultural things that we do differently than everybody else. And it's people like you guys that really put it together. And one of the things that I was always concerned about, and I know Darby is concerned about that too, is about the youngsters learning to play so that they could take over and be there to continue this type of tradition of giving and playing music and merriment and stuff like that. So it's so nice to hear that these things are happening. And the Guavaberry Festival on Saturday is going to really pretty much kick off the post-Thanksgiving pre-Christmas season here in St. Croix. And everything that you're accustomed to, WTJX is planning the 4-day morning celebration. We have to do it. I think we have to do it a little bit late this year because of conflicts with other things, but it'll be there. So those of you that wait for that, that's coming.
The dates for that is December 24th and December 25th.
Right. Normally we have it a little bit earlier.
Yes.
But this year we're doing it a little bit later than normal. And then of course we're reviving on December 4th, which is a Friday evening, we're reviving the Stanley Stanley concert, the 10 Sleepless Night concert at Island Center. That's on the 4th. And we're going to be giving out the Stanley Award to Eddie Russell and to Al Baptiste, and both of you there, all of you there in the community would acknowledge the fact that they have been musical giants, musical icon in this community. When you think about Al Baptiste and his son Al Baptiste Jr., they've been around for quite a while with the Express and with the different bands that they've had. And they've said we're right into the modern music from the old time stuff. So there's a good bridge between I hate to use the word old, but the elders, the elders and the youngsters. There's a good segue into that, and that's so the thing that really impresses me is the fact that we could be assured that there's going to be some continuity of our tradition and our music because these people are involved. And then, of course, Eddie Russell, he's been around ever since we were teenagers, way back in the late 50s, early 60s, and has really gone abroad and learned and come back, plays a lot of jazz music, but he formed about 10, 12 years ago, he formed what he was calling the Quilby Jazz Band, and he did a lot of mixture of Quilby music with jazz music and all that stuff. And you know, his grandmother, Miss Lily Rivera, she was a big traditional beer, so he got it ingrained. And of course, he has his brother Ronnie Russell, who's also a musician. So they're the whole family is ingrained in our culture, and so it's an honor for the 10 Sleepless Night to really give Eddie the Stanley Award. And all that's happening. So you could get your tickets from a Better Copy in Christiansted, Armstrong Ice Cream there in Campo Rico near Fredericksted, and of course Echo Valley Tire Shop. You could get tickets from there. It's only $15 at the for the tickets and $20 at the door. And this also is a fundraiser for the 10 Sleepless Nights to try and raise funds for various things, including the scholarship program. They're traveling to Denmark later in the year to represent the Virgin Islands in several festivals and all of that. So, you know, these guys are on the move.
All right. Well, we got two things going on here. We got the Guavaberry Festival this weekend, and then we have the one here coming up on December 4th.
Right. It's Stanley in concert. You know, we hear them a lot in dance situation where they got to play for the quadrille dance or they're tramping on the street. And a lot of times in the merriment that's going on, you don't get a chance to appreciate the quality of the music. And several years ago, when I was running Island Center, we instituted Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Night in concert. So here it is, you put them on stage and you get a chance to really sit down and listen to the music. And then usually halfway through, you can't take it no more, so you see some people start getting up and dancing and making merriment. And by the time the concert is over, everybody is out of the seat jumping up and carrying on. So it's usually a very good opportunity. And then because of the situation, a lot of seniors are able to attend. So that's why we're keeping it early. The gates open at 6 o'clock and the concert starts at 7. It's a Friday evening. So, you know, by 9:30 at the latest, it'll be over and the seniors will be able to get back to their homes and safely. So, you know, that's what it's about. And I just, you know, even if you can't come, if you have a conflict and you can't come, buy yourself a ticket or just simply donate straight to Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Night for either function because they're a 501c3 organization. You know, did you know that? That if you have a business and you want to donate some funds to Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights, you could get your tax credit for it because they're a 501c3 organization. I tell you, these guys are on the ball.
They're on the ball. They're on the
They're
ball,
on
and
the ball,
that's great.
right.
That's great.
Anyway, I want to I thank you for giving us the time, and I appreciate Valerica and Derby. As a matter of fact, Derby was one of our honorees one year. Remember that, Derby?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was on our honorees one year. Yeah, so you know,
I've been there, my son.
Yeah, it's really a nice show. Yeah. So I hope people would come out and
well, that's,
you know,
that's the, you know I have a problem.
Cheers and everything like that.
Yeah, I have a problem that we don't support us enough.
Yeah, we don't support each other.
And
sure.
if I could do something to change that,
me
and Mr. Cantanos got debate over that. You know, it ain't how much money you're giving me. Don't give me $2,000 and you don't show up.
That's true.
I prefer don't take the $2,000 but show up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree with you. It really is.
That's appreciation, man.
Is even more, but like everything else in this modern day and age, only people like Stanley and you and Rika and stuff like that us give out stuff for little or nothing, you know.
Exactly.
And you teach tirelessly every day going out with those kids with the banjo and stuff like that. And anytime they have a function and they invite you, you're there pronto. And same thing with Stanley and them boys. They come out and they play and stuff like that. So they give a lot to the community. So it's not as unusual for people to want to give back and support this kind of a venture financially so that they could then continue their work. And again, this money doesn't go into their pocket, fellas. This money does not go into these guys' pocket. This money goes for buying instruments. I remember seeing Valerica a couple of weeks ago. Valerica, you were putting out a call because you wanted a trumpet, right?
Yes.
And you found a young man that wanted to play the trumpet, and he came from a poor family, and you put out a call. And you even made the mention of, well, it looks like I don't have to go over to the music store and dig in my pocket to get. And I said, oh, Lord have mercy, you know, these people just never ending. And so with that type of thing, and this is the Christmas season, the spirit of giving and stuff like that, I'm putting out an appeal to the community to definitely go ahead and give as much as you can to support these kind of projects.
All right.
We'll
talk a little bit more, man. I'll be on tomorrow morning at 8 to 10 with my show. I'm going to do a selfish thing and plug my show. So I'll be on tomorrow morning, Friday a.m. with Peter, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this and get more information.
Okay, you can plug your show here anytime because it's a community service, all right?
Thank you very much, my friend. You guys take care.
I think we need to give away a set of tickets next Thursday on my show.
Right? That's a good idea.
That's a given.
All right, good.
Okay,
we'll
good. All right, you take care.
Take care.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
AM 970 WSTX.
All right. We're back in the house here with King Darby and Valerica Bryson, Pastor Darby, forgive me, and Valerica Bryson, and we're talking about events that are coming up here in the community, in particular the Guavaberry Festival, which is this weekend, all right, at Fort Frederick. They're charging $4.50 for adults and 50 cents for children. So just bring a $5 bill, adopt a child, and bring them with you. Okay? Now don't force them to make change. Okay? Just bring a child with you. All right? That's the way you do it. Anyhow,
and the reason for the $4.50 is because this year is the 10 Sleepless Nights 45th year anniversary.
All right.
So we were going to charge 45 cents for the kids, but then was like, we have to make a nickel change for everybody. So we said charging 50 cents can't be so hard for somebody to give us 50 cents for the kids to come in, you know, for children 12 and under, and $4.50 for adults.
Okay, well, see, it's symbolic. 45 years of being the stewards of Quail Bay in the Virgin Islands. Okay, I have to put it that way because they've been running a long, hard road and doing it good every step of the way. All right, so 45 years, so that's why it's only $4.50 for adults. But you know, like I said, just adopt a child and come in one time and give them $5. Don't force them to make change. All right, but come on now, we're gonna have mind, body, and soul reinvigorated with a more youthful group that we have come to see that you know, from one group to the other, people leave, people come, we start, sometimes we stop, but in this case, they come in fresh, come and hear what they have to do. Now we got Renaissance Band is going to be there also, and last to play is 10 Sleepless Nights. But then our young people were watching this thing, I said, wait, no, where are we there? Make room. And now we got a Sweet Pepper Band, said, make room. I come in there, so between Renaissance and 10 Sleepless Nights, we kind of make a little room and get these folks in the photograph here with us. Okay?
That's right. That's right.
And that's what you got to do.
That's right.
Encourage our young people, know that, hey, there's a place for you here. You know, we hear the complaint, oh, young people go where they don't. Here we got person, got a scholarship from Stanley them, gone away, get an education, come back home and said, don't talk that mess to me. Either make room.
Make room for me.
Make room
for us.
Okay.
Make room for us.
So I'm so happy to hear that. Okay. I look at the contributions of Stanley over the year, and Doc mentioned the champion, of course. You can't forget the fact that these guys go around in that truck serenading.
Yes.
I mean, that's a part of our old time thing. So they do a lot to keep these things alive, and then you watch the truck and you see that some of the faces change, and we got some younger faces.
Yes.
It's fantastic because
look how time have changed. We used to tramp from Golden Grove to Freisted.
Right.
But it wasn't electronic in them days.
Right.
Squash and thing got through.
Squash steel and
Grove and go down to reach in Freisted.
Mm-hmm.
And then how we used to get paid is by people trying out money on the street, 50 cents.
Oh, wow.
You know, it wasn't.
Well,
it wasn't money. It was a love
of
what you're doing.
That service to the community.
Exactly.
That service to the community.
You know, but
give
then
him back.
We have lost that, and they got a lot of things. I go see a psychiatrist to find out why.
Look, Sweet Pepper Band said they want to do 4-day morning, but they don't have a truck. They ain't got sound equipment, so that's why would hold them back. But Sweet Pepper Band and all want to do 4-day morning. They want to do 4-day morning too, but you know, with the new electronics and stuff, and it's costly. And it's costly, you know.
Yeah,
it's
well,
costly, but they want to do it too. Maybe eventually.
It's gonna happen.
Eventually.
It's gonna happen. I have this vision that it's gonna happen.
You have a vision that it's gonna happen.
I have a vision that it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen in partnership with 10 Sleepless Nights.
All right.
So it's gonna cross the island, and they're gonna come together, and they're gonna have one big shindig when they meet up.
I hear you.
Okay.
That would be nice, you know.
Yeah, that's the way for it to happen.
I tell you, that would be really
take
nice.
the pressure off of Stanley. You ain't got to cover the whole island, but the whole island will be covered. And when you meet up, you notice one big party.
Yes.
It's gonna happen.
Oh wow.
That's my vision. It's gonna happen. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
For it to come together. So corporate citizens, Diageo, you get a whole lot of breaks. We got Cruise and Rum, been holding strain for the longest while. We got Innovative now coming onto the scene now that they've been acquired by a local company. I'm calling a few names. I got a lot more to call because we got all of these EDC companies. It's gonna happen. I have a vision. Ask and you shall receive.
Amen.
I mean, it don't mean that you don't have to work for it in the meantime.
Right.
All right? Because we don't want to teach a train them. All you do is sit down and ask and they'll come.
And they're going to come.
No.
Right.
But they're doing their part. Okay, we got a caller here. Caller, you on the air?
Yeah, you know, one thing that stands out in my mind when I see Stanley serenading in the morning when he go in the country or something is the expression on the people's face. The people them that coming out. They just get out of bed, maybe in the night clothes, and they bring in maybe a bottle, they bring in some kind of gift for the people them in the truck, Stanley them. But the joyous expression on these people's face is what stand out in my mind. You know? Yeah. I remember, I used to go around 9 morning before Christmas. Hello?
Yeah, we're right here.
I used to go around 9 morning before Christmas. But we used to be playing hymns. The Puerto Rican had the Spanish service at 6 o'clock. So we go very early in the morning, and then they have a couple truck in the back, and they singing Christmas carol. And we did that for 9 morning before Christmas, and then they go to church. But that morning music is something different, you know. It's so beautiful, man. I remember Louis Stockman coming to serenade my dad early in the morning, and that is beautiful. But that expression on the people's face is what stands out to me, my son. So I tell you, we have to appreciate what we have, you know.
Oh, say it again. Say it again.
We definitely have to, man.
Say it again.
I says we have to not stress so much on the negative, but we have to appreciate what we have. I mean, we got to. This is a beautiful island, man, and we have beautiful people. And you know, time for a lot of us could be short. But let us appreciate you, Mr. Canton, is doing a great job also. And Miss Bryson, I think you better watch Dobby, because I think he's looking to write a song about you, you know.
I hope so, and I hope he uses my entire name now that he knows my first name, my middle name, my middle names, and my last name. He knew my last name all the time. So now that he knows my entire name, you know, he can write a song about me. And I hope it's a positive song.
But listen,
and
you
knowing
don't have to
him,
worry about that,
it's going to be a
Dobby,
good song, right, Dobby?
Not good. Excellent.
Don't worry about that, because when you think something is in secret, he know.
He know everything.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
But you bring back some history. We cannot talk about Louis Stockman.
Yeah. Ivan Tom.
Oh God, Ziki Tub.
Pay Point.
Pay Point. Creamy Anderson them. Father. I mean, let's go back. You going back. You exposing.
Mr. Adams,
You exposing our age, man.
Pay Point. you think so? We get to a point where we start to get young again, you know.
Oh, you hear about it?
Yeah. But listen, man, I appreciate my people so much. I appreciate this island so much. I ain't got no place to go.
We great, man. We great.
I have family up in the States. I says, me coming up there. Not with that craziness that I see on TV. Let me stay right here. But